boys and girls, welcome to Math Lesson 66. You should have page 131 out in front of you, ready to go. Looks like this. Okay, we are talking about dry measures of capacity. Whew, that's a lot of words, right? What's that talking about? Well, dry measures of capacity is talking about when you have something that measures things that are dry, like fruits and vegetables, instead of things that are liquid, like water or juice. We've already learned that 1 quart equals 2 pints. Normally, we're talking about liquids, but we can also be talking about things that are dry, like I said, like fruits and vegetables. It's mostly used with fruits and vegetables that we use these measures. So I want you to look at the red box at the top of your page. So we know that if we have 2 pints of strawberries, that equals 1 quart of strawberries. Well, what if we have 8 quarts of strawberries? Well, guess what? That equals 1 whole peck of strawberries. Now, pecks are only used when we are talking about things that are dry. We can't say we have 8 pecks of water. Nope, only works with fruits and vegetables, things that are dry. You could say dirt or something like that, but we don't normally measure dirt that way. So we'll just stick with fruits and vegetables. How about, what if we have 4 pecks? Well, if we have 4 pecks, that means we have 1 bushel. 1 bushel. So we have 8 quarts in 1 peck and 4 pecks in 1 bushel. So 1 bushel equals 4 pecks, 1 peck equals 8 quarts, and 1 quart equals 2 pints. Say that with me, starting with the bushel. 1 bushel equals 4 pecks. 1 peck equals 8 quarts. 1 quart equals 2 pints. Very good. Okay, look at number 1. It says write the answers. So you need to write the answers for those measures. Most of them will be found in the red box at the top of your page. But you have 3 of them that you have to do from memory. So letter B, 1 gallon. How many quarts are in 1 gallon? 4, very good. How about 1 pint equals how many cups? What do you think, Samantha? 2, that's right. And then letter F, this is one that we just learned. 1 meter equals how many centimeters? How about it, Jordan? 100, very good. All right, look at number 2. It says write each unit of measure under the correct type of measure. Not all blanks will be filled. So that means you're not going to write something on every line of every box. All right, you have 3 boxes: time, length, and capacity. So time means that we're measuring things like minutes and seconds. Length, how long something is. Capacity just means how much will go inside. So that's measuring things that are liquid and things that are dry. So things like water and juice, or things like fruits and vegetables. That's your capacity. All right, we're going to do the first 4 together going across the top. So the first one is yard. What does yard measure? Does that measure time, length, or capacity? How much goes inside something? What do you think, Ivana? Yard measures length. Very good. So write yard on the first line under length. I'm not going to bring it too close, but right there. Quart. What does a quart measure? Does it measure time, like on a clock? Does it measure length? Or does it measure capacity? Ariel? Capacity, very good. It measures how much can fit inside something. Okay, let's talk about inches. What does an inch measure? Does it measure time, like on a clock? Does it measure length? Or does it measure capacity? Cassandra? Length, very good. An inch shows how long something is. All right, and the last one that we're going to do together is gallon. What does a gallon measure? Time, length, or capacity? Amy? Capacity, that's right. It measures how much of something, how much of a liquid you would have. All right, so you need to do, there are 8 more that you have to do on your own, but let me know if you get confused and you need a little help. Turn your page and look at the story problems. Number 3 says, solve the story problems. Letter A, Nathan had 125 marbles. He gave 40 of them to his friend Scott. How many marbles does he have left? Ooh, okay. This is a little different than ones we've been looking at. So he starts out with 125 marbles. That's what we know. He starts with 125, but he gave away 40 of them. How many are left? Well, when our problem says left, how many are left? That's a clue that we're going to subtract because we're taking away from our 125 and we're seeing how much are left. So to solve this problem, I have to subtract from my 125 marbles. I'm taking away 40. How many marbles are left? So you'll write this in your workspace and the answer of how many marbles on the line. All right, letter B. Sadie and her mom picked 12 quarts of blueberries. They put 9 quarts in the freezer. How many quarts are left to enjoy now? Okay, so we know our facts say that they started out with 12 quarts. They took 9 quarts and put them in the freezer. How many are left? Well, we're taking away. We see that clue word of left, so that means we're subtracting. We have our 12 quarts minus the 9 that we took away. So how many quarts are left? So you'll put that in your workspace and write the answer of how many quarts are on the line. All right, let's look quickly at number 4. It says divide and check. Some problems may have remainders. We're going to do letters A and B together, but letter C you have to do by yourself. So letter A, 94 divided by 2. Let's start with our first digit, 9. 9 divided by 2. How many groups of 2 are in 9? Well, 3 groups of 2 is 6. Okay, that's smaller than 9, that'll work. 4 groups of 2, 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, that's smaller than 9, that will work. 5 times 2 is 10. Oh, that's bigger than 9, so nope, too big. So the biggest group would be 4. My next step is to multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. Next we subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Compare 1 to 2. 1 is less than 2, so I can bring down my 4. 14 divided by 2. How many times does 2 go into 14? 7. Excellent. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 14 is 0. I have nothing left to bring down. 0 is less than 2. So now I'm going to check my answer. 47 times 2. And I'm going to allow you to do the checking on your own. All right, let's look at letter B. 77 divided by 3. 7 divided by 3 is, well, how many groups of 3 can be in 7? Well, 2 groups of 3 is 6, so that will work. 3 groups of 3 is 9. Oh, 9 is bigger than 7. Not going to work. So I have to use 2. 2 is the greatest number of groups without going over. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 is less than 3, so I can bring down my 7. Now I have 17 divided by 3. Well, how many groups of 3 are in 17? Well, let's get as close as we can without going over. 4 times 3 is 12, so that's still less than 17. But can we get bigger? 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, that's still less than 17. 6 times 3 is 18. Oh, 18 is bigger than 17, so it can't be 6. The biggest number is 5. So we have to put 5 up here over the 7. 5 times 3 is 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. There's nothing left to bring down. 2 is less than 3, so that means my remainder is 2. Don't forget to write your remainder at the top. Now I'm going to check. This check I'm going to do with you. We start by multiplying 25 by 3. So we multiply our answer by our divisor. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now I add my remainder. 75 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus nothing is 7. So I get 77. My answer checks. Alrighty. Number 5, you're going to follow the signs. Numbers, or your brain booster at the bottom says, write all the products from the 6 times table in order. The first 2 are done for you. So you have 6 times 0 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. So the next blank needs to be 6 times 2. What is 6 times 2? 12. Very good. Then the next blank, 6 times 3. 18. Good. The next one will be 6 times 4, then 6 times 5, so on and so forth. All right, let me know if you have any questions about today's page. Have a wonderful day. Bye.